It's one of the reasons why we work so hard to get J.D. Vance as vice president. His prudence, his precision, his temperament, his understanding of all the issues. He truly is a thought leader for a generation. Now, whether he will be the next president or not, it's too early to do that. Look, I'm 100% behind him if that's what he decides to do. We have governing in front of us. We have to pass the big, beautiful bill. We have to get to mass deportations. And what President Donald Trump pulled off in the Middle East is extraordinary, to say the least. It's extraordinary. It's breathtaking. J.D. Vance's ability to articulate the president's agenda is second to none. And understand, J.D. Vance is right in alignment with the president. He is about violent, precise, short action, but does not want long quagmires or continued conflicts. And he is a master-class communicator. As we are putting together our summer program, our Student Action Summit program, I don't think JD will be able to join for this one. Maybe, maybe not. But, he's got a lot of stuff going on. The summer is, by the way, a lot of times people joke around in government. Summer doesn't happen a lot. This is like a rapid pace summer. You got wars, you got big, beautiful bill, you got taxes, you got border, you got deportations. And JD Vance represents the best of the future of our party. And just so everyone understands, we've taken a leadership role the last couple of weeks. We have not engaged in name calling, except that's not true. I did name call two people, Lindsey Graham and James Langford. That's true. I did name call Lindsey Graham and James Langford. Besides that, it's been very nasty online. If you haven't noticed, people hurling insults and all this stuff after each other. But I think that there is a moment of reconciliation. J.D. Vance was not a Trump supporter originally, and that was actually the argument I made to the president as to why I think J.D. Vance would make a great vice president. It shows that there can be reconciliation and that people can come on board. We want former people that weren't Trump supporters to become Trump supporters. I mean, look at that shot right there. That's Team America right there. That's Team Peace. That is Team Western Civilization. Secondly, and I think it's a very, very important point that is lost on people, is that the vice president does a lot of diplomacy. Do you know that J.D. Vance was intimately involved in the peace settlement? Intimately involved with the peace settlement between Israel and Iran, working with the Qataris, the right-hand man. And what a difference it is from Mike Pence. Mike Pence right now would be beating the drums of war, saying that we need regime change privately. Publicly, he'd send out some statement that is just superficial and nonsensical. J.D. Vance is consistent with the MAGA base because his lived experience is MAGA. He is from Appalachia. He is from the hills of Ohio. He is from a broken family. He understood deindustrialization. He understood drug use. He understood abuse. Served in the military, went to Yale, educated himself, never forgot where he came from as becoming Ohio senator. I mean, it's one of the most incredible, authentic journeys and stories we've ever seen. A blue-collar upbringing all the way up to the vice president of the United States. Just look at that picture right there. You could not fathom two guys that have more in common and more not in common than Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. One born to a broken home with no money. Donald Trump, billionaire. Look at that difference. One was destined to redefine the skyline of New York. The other one was destined for failure, but he rose above it. However, they do have something in common that people forget. They are both class traitors. Both J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, they have defected from the ruling class. J.D. Vance was he spoke at the Aspen Institute. Everyone loved him. A hillbilly elegy. Oh, my goodness. J.D. Vance, tell us about, how great everything is, and Donald Trump's terrible, and explain to us why white working class people are in such revolt. He got a Netflix movie. And yet J.D. Vance defected from all of that to become Donald Trump's vice president and a stalwart defender. And just honestly, he's such a good person. There's so much that gets said about politicians. He's a great person. When J.D. calls me, it's just like talking to a normal guy. It's not like talking to one of these senators. It's just like so exhausting. It's so scripted. It's real. It's raw. It's authentic. It's personal. He's always asking, hey, how's your family? How are your kids? And Donald Trump is very much the same. But we are blessed and we are lucky. And Donald Trump deserves credit because he's really He went out on a limb. Remember, there was this major pressure campaign during the Veep stakes, and we did everything we could on this program. I mean, we were all in at like a hyper-aggressive level, both privately and publicly. And President Trump, he resisted all of the yammering, all of the clamoring, and he said, you know, I think JD's the guy. It was a huge risk, and he was attacked out of the gate. And now JD Vance's favorables are 55+%, as they should be. He's becoming a true statesman, and I'm honored to call him a friend.